Hello, my name is Hannah and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be going through my 2024 TBR. So these are all the books that I want to read this year. So my first book is Sherwood by Megan Spooner. This is a Robin Hood retelling. It is about Maid Marian, and Robin Hood, I believe, is dead, and so she has to masquerade as him in order to save herself and save kind of her country people too. I have not read the other Megan Spooner book, Hunted, I think, but I love retellings and I've never heard of a Robin Hood retelling, so this will be an exciting read. Next I have House of Roots and Ruin by Aaron A. Craig. This is the sequel to House of Salt and Sorrow. The first one was about, it was a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling mixed in with ghosts, you know, murder, crazy people, and there was a romance in there too. So this is the sequel. I'm not entirely sure what it's about because the first one just kind of, it ended well. Like, you don't have to read this one, I don't think, to get the full story, because there was a full story in the first one and now this is just another full story with the same characters. So this is following one of the sisters who is still kind of haunted by the events in the first one and just her childhood in general, and she is invited to paint a portrait for a neighbor, and she falls in love with the son, or okay, yeah, she is invited to paint a portrait of a duchess's son who she falls in love with. So that is what this one is about. The next one I have is The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This one is about a ex-movie star who invites all her friends who are also celebrities to a Greek island, and there is murder that occurs. That sounds so fun. That sounds very Glass Onion, and I am excited about this one too. The next one I have is Aurora Burning by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This is the sequel to Aurora Rising, and it's a sci-fi setting, takes place in space, and the first one is about this girl Aurora who was trapped in like hyper sleep, and she was supposed to go to this new planet for safety reasons, but her ship got destroyed and she was the only one who survived. So she is now at this space academy thing with all these other students, and she has to just kind of learn where she fits in, but she also has powers, surprisingly. So that's what the first one's about. This is the sequel, so it just takes place after what happens in the first one. I am super excited to get to this one. It's been a while for a sci-fi book. Next one I have is Small Favors by Aaron A. Craig. This is about a girl who works with her family and their beehives, and they live in this small town, and she has a twin, and people are going missing. So it's kind of a mystery. There's a little bit of a romance, and that's all it kind of gives. But I mean, I'm excited. I like this author. This will be good. Next we have Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. This is about a girl who lives in a town where this author is kind of a mysterious figure, and he wrote a book about this other land that is supposed to not be true. But when he dies, I think, the girl goes to his mansion and kind of figures out that maybe it was more real than it seemed. Next we have Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. This is my favorite romance author. So this is about a treasure hunter's daughter. I think they kind of have an estranged relationship, but she takes this group on a treasure hunt herself and kind of falls in love with one of them. But the trip goes sideways, of course, because it has to. I am so excited about this one. Next we have The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I've only read one Grady Hendrix book, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Killing Vampires. And man, was that dark, but it was so good. So I'm excited about this one. This is just about the support group for final girls, such as girls who survived a tragic accident. But then I think one by one they start dying too. So there's going to be a final girl. Next we have Queen of Tearling by Erica Johansson. I just recently read Kingdom of Sweets by Erica Johansson, and I really liked the writing. So this is her other series. So after reading the synopsis, this kind of sounds like a Sleeping Beauty retelling. Probably not, but the princess is in hiding now because her queen died, her mom died, and the kingdom is kind of in tatters now. And so now on her 19th birthday, she is called upon to help out and figure out what's going on. That sounds really fun. Next we have the Magnolia Park series by Jessa Hastings. It's about a girl who is a London socialite and he is a bad boy, so it's obviously a very drama-filled romance, and I just want to be ruined by it. I just want it to crush me, so I am so excited about that. I hope to read all of them in one go. I hope I really enjoy it. If not, oh well. Next I have What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. It says The Mummy Meets Death on the Nile. So it's about a girl whose parents like to travel and they die, and so she inherits their fortune. She goes to Cairo and there is magic tethered to the ring that she has received, and there's some ancient magic that have to do with her parents' disappearance. That is what this one is. Next I have Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Okay, this kind of reminds me of Once Upon a Broken Heart. This girl makes a deal with the Prince of Envy and is forced to kind of play his game by his rules. So there's a demon court with vampires and falling in love, and that's what it's about. Okay. That sounds kind of fun. I'm excited. I didn't like Stalking Jack the Ripper actually by this author, but I think I'm way more likely to like a fantasy romance for sure. Next I have a few on my list that I don't have. So first is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. So this is about a man whose friend went missing as a little boy, and now he has returned. And so this has left him to investigate what happened that night. And that is all I really need to know about Riley Sager. I have read, I think, 3, maybe 4 of his books now, and they do not disappoint. That is for sure. I highly recommend The Only One Left and Lock Every Door. Those are great. All of them. They're all good, but yeah. This one I am excited about. This one I want to read is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. But what this is about is a girl who writes letters to her brother and sister through this kind of vanishing cabinet. She puts the letters in there, they vanish. But instead of going to them, they go to her rival. So that is kind of cool. Interesting. Okay, I feel like I didn't know what that was actually about until this very moment. Next, I would like to read The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. Okay, so this is kind of a Willy Wonka-esque thing. This is about a girl who loves to read, and her favorite author has finally written a new book after a while, and he is holding a contest for only one person to receive it. And so she has to kind of compete with some other people to get this book. And of course, she might fall in love too. That sounds so good. Perfect. The next book I would like to read is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. There is not much said about this book because it hasn't come out yet. It is set to release June 18th, 2024. And it is about a manor that is going to open, and it is built on top of old secrets in an ancient wood. That's okay. I'm good with that. I read The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Fantastic. Just fantastic. Wedding planning, a big ol' wedding on a island with a bunch of people. People die. I mean, yeah, I'm set for life with her. I can't believe I do not have this book on hand with me yet, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it very soon. And that is A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the third and final book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and this is just going to wrap up everything that's been going on. Jax is a god, kind of. He's a fate. He's a fate. And he is the fate of, like, broken hearts. Sure. And Evangeline Fox is this girl who fits into this prophecy to unlock something that opens up something to something. And Jax, kind of follows her along on this journey because he wants it open for whatever reason. You know, it's a very confusing series. I'm not entirely sure what's going on anymore, but I am there for it, and I need this last book. Read Caraval first. That's all I have to say. Read the Caraval series first before this. Caraval's great too. Oh, I also would like to read Cursed by Marissa Meyer. This is the second, I think it's the final in the duology of the Gilded series. Is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. It's about a girl who lies to some leaders in this town. I can't remember exactly who she lies to, but she lies in that she can spin gold. Obviously she can't, and she gets taken prisoner, and she actually meets somebody, a ghost, who can spin gold, and they fall in love. So yeah. Next one on my list is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is about Carrie Soto, who won a lot of awards in the past for her tennis playing, and now she has come out of retirement to be coached by her father to kind of reclaim her title. The last and probably most important book on my to be read in 2024 is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, the Queen. And I mean, what can I say? I love Sarah J. Maas. This one, I believe, is Nesta and Cassian's book, and it is so massive. And I haven't gotten to it yet because I wanted to reread the whole series, but that's taking a while. I should just read it. I should just read it and get it over with, and that'll be it. That is all the books I have on my TBR for 2024. Yeah, it's gonna be a good reading year, I think. Much better than last year, for sure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.